Today I'm going to look at how to bounce a track from the Bluetooth onto a stereo channel. I use the Bluetooth, I bring it in off my iPad, but whatever device you're using, and the trouble is it comes in as like a flat response. On the Bluetooth channel there isn't an awful lot of options to change the sound. There's these two buttons here, these auxiliary buttons, and to be fair, they don't do anything, they don't do nothing. So what I'm having to do is, once I bring my music back in, because I'm recording original music, then I bounce it over to a stereo track, and then I've got far more options with what I can do with the sound, because I do find this desk very tinny. It doesn't really work for me just with using the Bluetooth, so I do need to bounce it over. I bring my music in that I've done on the Bluetooth. If you're not sure how to do that, I have done a tutorial on it and I'll put it in the description. So once I've got it in here, I then want to change it over to one of the stereo channels. I usually just use the first one, but it doesn't matter, any of these will do. You've brought it in. Now when you bring in the music in, you need to have this mode switch over to live. So to read now off the SD card, you need to move this one over here. And on the channel you want to bring it in, you need to have that onto the live. So them two need to be in them positions first. And if you're bringing it in as a flat response, I'm using this sub in and sub out, and then I'm putting the leads to these two here. So you've got the stereo then. So there you go. Now put the two leads coming from the sub out and going into the channel 19 and 20, which is a stereo channel. And come down. Now to record, what you'll need to do is put the record on this one and make sure the mutes are off. Set the level on this for your record, and also on this one. Now the thing is, this is what you need to change here. Now this one now, you need to have it on sub, so you need to make sure that one's down, so it's coming out of the sub, and you need this one on the main. Make sure the main's down and make sure the sub's not pressed down. So now this channel is going into the sub and this one is coming out here, and you'll be able to hear it through your headphones with this one, and change the volume there. So you get them right, and then when you press record, this track now will bounce over to this track, and then you'll be able to use your effects and your graphic equalizer on this track and change the sound much better on what you've recorded. When I read the manual, Tascam said because what's coming in doesn't need to be changed in their opinion, because obviously you're using a sound, but when you're recording you need to be able to do this with the music. I feel it doesn't work for me. I don't, in here they should have put graphic in here in my mind. So when you've set it all now, make sure you're back to the beginning of the song, and now when you press record, what will happen is the Bluetooth channel will now bounce over and start recording on here. So you can see it's flashing at the moment, so I'll press record, and now it started to record. This has gone solid and you can hear it coming through this track. COVID-19 turned my world upside down. And that's how I bounce a track over from the Bluetooth to the stereo channel. And then obviously once you've recorded it, take this off here, and don't forget you need to move this slider now over to this MTR, so now it's reading off the SD card so you can hear what you've actually recorded to this track. You can either mute that channel or just reduce that. Take the sub off, take your leads out, and now you've got that coming through the main, and you'll be able to hear what you've recorded.